The truth about Sheikh Mohammed revealed. His wives despise him, but why? Why have so many of Sheikh Mohammed's wives, and even his own daughters, risked everything to get away from him? Behind Dubai's glitzy skyline and luxury lifestyle, there's a much darker story playing out, one filled with secrets, broken trust, and desperate attempts to escape. So, what's really going on behind closed doors that makes his own family want to run? Well, this will surprise you. But first, you need to understand the man behind all of it, Sheikh Mohammed. Born on July 15, 1949, in the heart of Dubai, Sheikh Mohammed grew up in a world of power, privilege, and politics. From a young age, it was clear he was being groomed for something big, to one day lead to make his mark not just on Dubai, but on the world. Fast forward to 2006. Sheikh Mohammed steps up as the ruler of Dubai, taking on the roles of vice president and prime minister of the UAE. Under his watch, Dubai has been transformed from a quiet desert port to a bustling, glittering global metropolis. Today, Dubai stands as a symbol of ambition, a city that constantly reinvents itself, and with an estimated personal fortune of over $14 billion, Sheikh Mohammed's influence extends far beyond the borders of the UAE. But here's the thing. While Sheikh Mohammed's story reads like a modern-day tale of visionary leadership and triumph, there's another side to it. A side that's far more complex, far more personal, and far more controversial. It's here, in the shadows of his public persona, that things start to get complicated. The root? His wives. Sheikh Mohammed has been married at least 6 times, with whom he's said to have at least 30 children. But let's start with the first known wife, Princess Randa bint Mohammed al-Banna. The story begins in the 1970s, when a chance encounter is made in Beirut. Randa was just 16, fresh out of a convent school from which she had been expelled, her rebellious nature too much for the nuns to handle. She was spending her days soaking up the sun on the beach and dancing to the Bee Gees at night. Then, one evening, she met a man she'd never heard of, Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, a prince from a wealthy desert kingdom called Dubai. It was a whirlwind romance. Before long, they were married, and Randa found herself swept into a life of unimaginable luxury. Private jets, champagne, and glamorous parties at London's exclusive Tramp nightclub. In her words, theirs was a love affair, 2 young people living the high life. However, the honeymoon period never lasted long. It all began after the birth of their daughter, Manal. On a short trip to Beirut, Randa got to know one of her husband's secrets that undermined her trust entirely. He practically denied it, or at least made it sound that way. But to her, it was a breaking point. She demanded a divorce and was forced to return to Beirut, leaving behind her 5-month-old daughter. "I lost everything," she once said. "I lost my family, my home, my daughter, my dignity, my pride. I paid the price of love." Randa tried to reconnect with her daughter years later, in 2000, making a trip to Dubai and calling Sheikh Mohammed to ask for a meeting. He agreed, but what happened next was bizarre. He gave her an address, told her to dress in her finest, and what she found was an air show attended by thousands. When she asked about her daughter, he told her, "She's here somewhere. Try to find her. I want to see a mother's instinct." Randa searched among the crowd, but her daughter wasn't there. She left Dubai the next day, and a decree was issued banning her from entering the UAE ever again, labeled a security threat simply because she was the mother of his daughter. For many years now, Randa al-Banna has been forbidden from seeing Manal, who is now in her 40s and married. And then there's the mysterious second wife, Sheikha Delilah Alula. Surprisingly, there are nearly no specifics about her. People believe that she was from Saudi and she gave birth to 4 daughters, but this information is not verifiable. She is still a mystery, a background figure in the relations of the Sheikh's private life. So now, Let's move on to one of the most significant figures in Sheikh Mohammed's life. Sheikha Hind bint Maktoum bin Juma al Maktoum, who is also known as the First Lady of Dubai. Having married on April 26, 1979, Sheikha Hind has stood by her husband's side, helping him rule the country. And despite the political complexity of the royal family, she is a mother of 12, including Hamdan bin Mohammed Al Maktoum, who was next in line in the position of the Crown Prince of Dubai, after his elder brother Sheikh Rashid had a heart attack and died in December 2015. Interestingly, she's been able to maintain a good marriage with Sheikh Mohammed for all these years. Perhaps it is because they have been raised with similar customs in mind, or maybe she has learned how to stay put in the royal setting all throughout her life. Nevertheless, she prefers a low profile and is hardly seen in public affairs, although she is the senior wife. Some rumors say that she lives in a different house from Sheikh Mohammed, in a palace near Zabil Palace, perhaps due to the complicated family dynamics. Others say that she was not satisfied with his way of life and his other marriages, but who really knows? The family keeps things pretty private. Then there's Houria Ahmed Lamara, who is believed to be his fourth wife. Houria, of Algerian origin, is the mother of 5 of his children, including Princess Latifa and Princess Shamsa, who have made headlines worldwide. Both daughters tried to escape from Dubai and have accused their father of controlling them. Latifa's dramatic escape attempt in 2018 ended with her being captured and brought back to the UAE, where she claimed to be held against her will. And Shamsa escaped back in 2000 while staying at the family's mansion in England, only to be forced back to Dubai later. Not much is known about Houria herself, but her daughter's stories have raised many questions about Sheikh Mohammed's private life. Then there is Zoe Grigorakos, a Greek woman who had a brief marriage with Sheikh Mohammed. This marriage, known as a misyar marriage, didn't require him to support her financially. They met in London, and Zoe had a daughter, Christina, who Sheikh Mohammed reportedly didn't know about at first. Christina was raised in Europe as a Christian, but at 16 she moved to Dubai, where her father finally recognized her, and she converted to Islam. Today she is known as Sheikha Marwa, adding another unexpected twist to the Sheikh's story. While most of Sheikh Mohammed's wives have stayed out of the public eye, his 6th and youngest wife, Princess Haya bint Hussein of Jordan, was different. They married in 2004, and for a while their marriage seemed to show a more modern and open side of the Dubai royal family. She often appeared at public events with him and was involved in charity work and equestrian sports. However, things took a dramatic turn in May 2019 when Princess Haya fled Dubai, saying she feared for her life after her husband became suspicious of her relationship with her British bodyguard. What followed was one of the most talked about divorce cases ever, ending with Sheikh Mohammed being ordered to pay a record-breaking £554 million settlement and losing legal custody of their 2 children. The court described his actions as a campaign of fear, intimidation, and harassment. Princess Haya now lives in rural Wales, far away from her life in Dubai. But the question is, why do Sheikh Mohammed's wives and daughters keep trying to escape? The answer seems to be a reality far from what we imagine as glamour associated with Dubai. A more recent example is Princess Latifa, who tried to flee from her family. Even though Latifa tried to run away from her tormentors several times, the most documented effort was made in 2018. With friends and the assistance of a former French spy, she tried to flee Dubai by sea. However, her plan did not work well as Indian and Emirati forces stormed her boat and forced her to return to Dubai. There is even a video where Latifa stated why she wanted to escape before her capture. The details in her story are supported by the fact that she was imprisoned for 3 years for trying to escape again. She also used to be quite an active social media personality, but now her silence is quite concerning for her current situation. Her older sister, Princess Shamsa, had it even worse. In 2000, Shamsa, who was only 18 years old, attempted to flee her family's estate from Surrey in England after being told she could not go to university. After 2 months, she was reportedly snatched off the streets of Cambridge by 4 men carrying guns and taken back to Dubai on a private jet. Since then, Shamsa has not made any public appearances for more than 20 years now. So, what is it about Sheikh Mohammed that makes his own children and wives want to get away from him? Is there something behind the wealth and power that pushes them to take such extreme risks? It seems like the image of a powerful, forward-thinking leader doesn't match up with the stories of fear and control coming from his family. Could this be why his wives feel so unhappy and trapped, and why his daughters have tried so hard to escape? Let us know in the comments, as you also leave a like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell for more amazing videos like this one.